I'm having a moral dilemma I need to talk about. This is a really tight spot to be in right now. I feel pretty bad, but I'm not even sure what to think, in a way. So I go to the tobacco store frequent, and they give me discounts. So in a way, I feel worse about this. So I go there, and they get a pack of cigars, little mini cigars. And, you know, I had insufficient funds by like $1 and a few cents. And I was like, shit, I miscalculated that pretty bad. But the card got declined, but it still charged me. So he gave me this cheaper pack. And I'm trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. I'm like, well, it charged me. Can I get the difference between this and what I've been charged? He's like, nothing I can do. I'm giving this to you, hoping you... He hopes that, you know, I gotta go pay for this. I gotta go pay for this. There will be a moral I probably will come up with about this story. I told myself, don't even open this. At least not until the bank... until I'm off hold of the bank and talking to them. I folded. But, the bank was like, no, the tobacco store, it charged. So I need to dispute it. That to me doesn't make sense now that I'm off the phone with them. They said there was nothing they could do, which is a lie, to speed up the process of them dealing with this. So the bank, either the bank took my money or the tobacco store took my money. But I, you know, we're talking about trust. Me and one of the merchants. Trust. So I'm kind of in a spot where it's like the bank teller on the phone, she says, no, they charged you. The tobacco store charged you. Now, me and the tobacco store, we think this girl has a nice haircut. We think the bank's tripping and something went wrong like it usually does. The store didn't get the money. Because I seen the receipts. Actually, I probably shouldn't show you the receipt. But it said decline. So I have the fucking receipt. So what the bank is doing is fucking around, and the man who works here, I gotta record this for myself, he doesn't work again till Friday. So no matter what, now I gotta face my social anxiety. I gotta go talk to somebody at some point at this store and make sure he's cool. He said this comes out of his pocket, the fucking bank. And now I don't have the money difference at all. I don't have the rest of my money for the day. So what the fuck? You know, so I'm trying to figure out how to get the money in the meantime so that this guy doesn't have to pay out of his pocket helping me when it's I don't want to. I think it's probably the bank's fault, and the bank's lying to me saying that the store charged me. But if the store did charge me, that doesn't make sense when other receipts have declined. But the bank said, so here's where I'm lost, because they could be telling the truth, but I don't want to believe it. They said that it got declined and then the store charged me. That doesn't make any fucking sense, because I was initially declined, right, and then they would have charged me, but I checked the phone to see that it did charge me after the first decline. So what, did it decline and then he immediately... I didn't see that happen. I was there. So what the fuck do I do? Now the best option in my head is to try to get some money to pay him back in the meantime, and then probably I have to pay somebody back while I borrow money. Because this just isn't okay. I might have to recall the bank and let them know that. But I'm kind of a pushover, so I don't really know. He said in the store, he said, you gotta maybe yell at the bank people. This is something where I need my grandma to call for me type shit. So I'm not prepared to do that, but I might have to call them back. Because I really don't think that the bank is telling the truth, that the tobacco store got that money. Because if they got that money, fine. But they give me discount all the time. And I don't believe it though. I think that I owe the tobacco store and the bank has my money on hold. You know what I might have to do? If there's nothing else I can do, I could go in and offer this guy some loud to smoke. So you want to smoke some weed? I got a J. I'm gonna roll up an extra J just in case that's the only option. I'm gonna have to go in there and be like, this is the situation. I can't figure it out today. I feel really bad. I know when you work next, it should be figured out by then. I'm gonna have to recall the bank, but in the meantime, here's a fat J. Like, hey, do you smoke weed? Hopefully he says yes, he probably will. But I really don't want to do that, because then I have to go buy more weed. I mean, I got enough to do that right now and still have enough to be high as fuck. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm gonna have to go buy more weed sooner. So I would be bullshit. So this is just the kind of shit you gotta deal with in America. Like, what the fuck? So either way, I guess I have to do something. And this, in a way, it feels like a test from the universe. Like, how am I gonna handle myself? How can I handle myself? I need to handle myself as a motherfucking man. I gotta do something about the situation. And no matter what the solution's gonna end up being, even just having to call the bank, that was a push for me. It's like the universe is pushing me to be and do more. You feel me? But this is just an awful mess I'm stuck in, and I feel so bad. I'm not finna leave the spot I'm at. I'm at the tobacco store still until this shit is figured out. Because I gotta figure something out at some point about this on what to do. But I always ask myself, what would Grandpa Tano do? What would my dad do? So if nothing else, I'm gonna go offer this guy some weed.